Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to another Community Fit. I'm your host, James, and this is Move Lab Foundations. This is our last week of covering upper body. On Thursday will be the last day that we cover low body explicitly, and then we make our transition into June, and that's full body. So hopefully by today, you've been practicing all of your upper and lower body foundations, and you're ready to move into a full body experience, an integrated experience. And I thought today we would just kind of review some things, add in some new things that I hear a lot about upper body, specifically like mobility, and well, we'll play here in a moment. But if you are brand new to Move Lab, no worries, we're going to catch you up. You've got plenty of time. You've got plenty of resources in YouTube, and for at least another 6 weeks or so. 5 weeks, or however many weeks we have left here. And there's only one thing for you to remember, and that's whatever choices you're making, whatever movement patterns you decide to do today is 110% totally correct, because this class is all about options and choices. We're going to get started the way we always do, with a little bit of breathing, right into our nervous system warm-ups, and then into our movement practice for today. So get comfy, whatever that means for you. And from there, we're going to do some lateral rib breathing. So lateral rib breathing is a breathwork practice that happens a lot of places, but it's really, really predominant in the Pilates realm. What lateral rib breathing is it's minimizing belly breathing, or extending the belly forward in the breathing. There's still going to have to be some movement. But it's really about, can I breathe right and left through my rib cage? This is very different than the umbrella breath that we played with in the past. Umbrella breath is three-dimensional. I'm breathing with my chest expanding forward, my chest expanding backwards, and my two ribs, right and left sides, expanding. Here, imagine you're in between like two panes of glass, or two really tight walls, and you don't have space to breathe forward, and you don't have space to breathe backwards. What we're asking is almost tightening up the chest, tightening up the back muscles, and relaxing the side body. It's really difficult to visually watch. It's better felt than explained. So sometimes it's helpful to put a hand on your chest and say, this hand is not going to move. It's not going to go up. It's not going to sink in. As I inhale, I'm going to feel my ribs get wider, right and left, east and west. As I exhale, I feel my ribs get more narrow. Inhale, I'll visualize with my hands. Exhale. When you first start learning lateral rib breathing, expect that you're going to really not be good at it. You're going to kind of suck at it. The more you practice, the easier it gets. And it's really good for relieving some side body tension and just learning some control in movement, which is where we're working our way up to next month, right? So we're kind of just spending some time exploring the last couple of months, and we're moving into choice making, discernment, control next month. A few more. Two more. Last one. Bring your hands together, get them warmed up. Place your nice warm hands onto either your jaw, your throat, your chest, your belly, wherever would feel good. Right into those nervous system warm-ups. Just feel good exercises, feel good practices to reorient your nervous system towards a feel good experience. Moving right into orientation. Hands can stay here or they can move. You're just orienting yourself to the space, be it visual, auditory, kinesthetic. What am I feeling in my space? just kind of looking around and intaking, or closing your eyes and listening to your space, or just feeling, sensing into what temperature is it? How do you know you're sitting in the way you're sitting? What do you feel or see or hear? And then lastly, a lateral sway, right, left. This is actually where we're going to get started in today's movement practice. So remember, lateral sway can be small. But as we go into seaweed spine is a little bit bigger. It's just imagining your spine, your body as seaweed being moved, or blades of wheatgrass being moved by wind. You may orient yourself visually and just kind of see your world go horizon line normal and then tilted, horizon line normal and tilted. You may feel your weight shift right and left, a number of different ways to experience the same thing. Now, beginning to put one hand down and then another. Remember, I'm just choosing to sit like this. You don't have to sit like this. In fact, I might even change my mind. I'm just rocking side to side. Here, we're going to start into some falling practice. So for the first phases, how long can you keep your hand off the floor before it feels like it just automatically, reflexively wants to support? I might change my mind and do both hands. I might go, well, how long can I keep my hands off the floor before they reflexively wants to support the fall? We'll be playing a lot more with this next month. Last one. Bring your hands together, get them warm. Taking us right back to those first few weeks here of just massaging the collarbone. Above it, below it. I know you've been practicing it, but let's try it some more. Placing the totality of my hands on my right hand on that left collarbone, or whichever hand you've chosen. And I'm just going to feel that collarbone move underneath my hand. Now you probably feel a lot of movement underneath the fingertips, but how about the heel of the palm? And then other side. Indiscriminately moving that collarbone. And then shifting attention to the back body, feeling your left shoulder blade, your left scapula, pull closer to your spine, lift up, move towards the armpit, just beginning to move it. Now, some people need a little more of an anchor. So you could imagine your back as a dirty whiteboard, like you've written all over it, and your shoulder blade is an eraser. And it's going to start to erase all of the words, all of the scribbles, down low, up high, but really sensing into and embodying that shoulder blade. And then maybe the other side. Good. Both shoulders pick up, move backwards, pick up, move backwards. Or maybe one goes forward and one goes back. Or reverse. Good. Now, sitting like this, or moving one leg to the side, whichever one works best for you. We're going to take our right hand down, which means our left leg is to the side. Left arm lifts up. Left arm stretches over. And we go into lateral breathing, what we practice, specifically on the left side, the open side. Meaning, can I make those left ribs take all the inhale? Exhale back to center. 2 more. One more. Either sitting like this or flipping the other way, other arm. Two more breaths. One more. I'm going to choose to sit some different way because it feels good to me. You decide how you want to sit. In fact, I'm going to turn like this. I'm going to take your favorite hand and place it behind your back. Mine is my left. From there, my left hand is going to imagine it's a sponge. And that sponge is going to clean maybe my low back down to a glute, maybe the other glute, maybe mid back, maybe sides of the ribs, up as high as it can go, to the rights and to the lefts of the body. How many different unique places can it go? Now, most of you probably have your palm facing away from your back. So flip to the other side of the sponge, meaning palm side to the back. And now, cleaning whatever's of the back you can get. Think about all the unique ways you're moving your arm and your shoulder right now. And think about what was hard from our first few practices and how those are building blocks to where we're at right now. Collarbone movement, shoulder blade movement, rib movement, breath. Then other side. Start with whichever side of the sponge works best for you. And then flipping it over. So here's the thing, people come to quote unquote fitness classes looking specifically for the muscle building. But as we age, no one cares about bicep size or waist size. What you want is the ability to clean your back, to touch your toes, to reach up, to move. Why not start practicing that now? Good. From there, taking and going into our finger flicks. Working the backside of the hands. And then into maybe making a fist and some wrist circles in reverse. Maybe you want to do flamenco hands instead, really working your way through the fingers and the wrists. And then reverse. I'm going to choose to do both at the same time, but you don't have to. I'm going to reach my arms out to the side and I'm going to do circles through the elbows. And reverse. And then reaching out, I'm going to lift my arms up and then really lift those collarbones and shoulder blades up to reach. Collarbone and shoulder blades relax, arms go down. Arms start to move. Up. And back down. Up. And down. One more. And all the way down, kind of shake it out. Now, before we get into some power moves, let's do something we really haven't done, but it's a vital movement quality. Most exercises are like fast, dynamic, and powerful, but pick up one hand and imagine that hand is like a dandelion floating, right? Like the puff of a dandelion. Maybe it just begins to move. Maybe you think of your hand as sort of a kaleidoscope, and you're seeing how many soft, subtle shapes you can begin to move. Maybe your hand is like a fabric blowing in the breeze. Maybe that goes all the way to the elbow. Maybe it's how softly can I reach? How softly can I come back? We don't practice enough the softer fine motor skills in exercise class. Why not? Those seem super important. reaching. Thinking soft movement. Like, what's your inspiration there? Is it oceanic? Is it a plastic bag floating through the sky? Is it wheatgrass? What's the inspiration for the movement? And then other side. Maybe just starting with the hands. Getting into the totality of the movement through the arm. And then, because we don't want to prioritize one style of movement, if that's difficult, maybe that's where your practice is today. And if not, what if it becomes like a whipping action? Like you're slapping away flies or reaching for a ball or moving. Maybe the inspiration is like like an actual whip. Maybe it's something that's elastic. Just practicing different qualities of movement in front of you, to the side, above, maybe even behind. And then just kind of shaking all of that out. Turning to the side, let's just get a little bit of low body in. Imagine your hands have dipped into your favorite color of paint, and they paint the legs. The front of the legs, the inside, the outside, the backside. And then revisiting some stuff we covered right at the beginning. Letting the knees bend, sitting up tall. Imagine your spine in the center of your body is letter I. Scooping the low back, that's the letter J. Letter I, letter J. Capital letter I, capital letter J, capital letter C, right into letter J, letter I. J, C, J, I, J, C, J, I. Now, you can take that and help yourself all the way back. Coming back through letter C, J, I, J, C, gravity begins to win. Up, J, I. One more. Flipping over onto hands and knees. From there, really pressing the fingers down. Take a look at the pits of the elbow. Make those pits of the elbow look towards the fingernails, then look towards the knees. Look towards the fingernails, towards the knees. Fingernails, knees, fingernails, knees. Two more. Fingernails, knees. Last one, fingernails, knees. Let them look at each other. Hold there. Let your head drop. Pick your head up to look in front of you. Let your head drop. Pick your head up to look in front of you. Head drops. Pick your head up so that the back of your neck is as long as it can get. Hold. Can you let your collarbones be wide? Your shoulder blades be wide. Hands are active. Hold. Weight shift. Right hand, left hand. Back to center, check in. Right hand, left hand. Back to center, check in. Left hand, right hand, center to check in. Weight shift forward into fingers, weight shift backwards into knees. Back to center, check in. Forward, backwards, quality of the back of my neck. Center, check in. One more. Forward, backwards, center, check in. Forward to the right, back to the left, forward to the right, back to the left, forward, pause, left, back, right, forward, left, back, right, forward, center, hold, kitty cat push-ups. Bowl is in between the hands. I go down, I'm up, I check. Where am I at? Am I right or left? Forward, back, centered. Back of my neck is what? I go down, I come up, I check in. Down, I'm up, I check in. I can now move that bowl of water wherever you feel comfortable. 5 more, however you'd like. I go down, and I'm up. Down, and I'm up. 3, checking in. 2, checking in. 1 more, checking in. All the way down onto your forearms. From there, I'm rocking right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder. Seaweed spine, relaxed spine, everything gets to move. Now, I can stay doing that, or maybe I make it a little more structured. Back of the neck is long, arms, back, everything is stable. And I'm now just kind of pushing right, left, right, left. I can stay there, or I can open up to baby lizard position, go back to relaxed, or a little more embodied. I'm tall, I'm long, and I'm up, and I'm down. And then playing with the different qualities of motion. Is it soft and supple? Is it quick? Is it rigid? Or is it soft? None of them are right. None of them are wrong. All the way down. I take my hands behind my back. One hand over the next. I bring it up as close to my shoulder blades as I can get. Elbows drop. Hands caress back to tailbone to lift. I lower down and relax. I caress my back. My arms pull me up and I'm down. I'm up and I'm down. Take my hands one over the next. Place my forehead on them. Now, keep your forehead down. I have to lift mine just so you can hear me. But from there, just your right elbow lifts and sets down. Left elbow. Right, left. Both elbows. Hands are down, forehead is down. Elbows go down. Right, left. Both. And down. Both lift, hold. Lift your head and your hands up to elbow height. Head and hands go down. Elbows go down. Elbows up. Head, hands up. Head, hands down, elbows down. Elbows up, head, hands up. Head, hands down, elbows down. 1 more. Up, up, down, down, rest. Flip over onto your back. Over onto my back. I bring my hands together behind my head, upper neck. Elbows are not tight, elbows are not wide, they're somewhere in between. Head sinks into hands, elbows reach up towards ceiling. I should feel my shoulder blades get wider. Head pushes into hands, not hands into head. I use my arms to lift up, and my arms decelerate me back down. Pulling my head up. Head resists, neck is long, and I'm down. 3, 2, 1 more. And I'm down. Roll over onto your side, facing your screen. Let your knees be bent with your heels somewhere in alignment with your tailbone. Let your bottom arm either wrap behind your head or give yourself a hug. Top hand is going to go on the top of your head. So you can be here or you can be here, your choice. From there, feet, pelvis stay down. Elbow tries its best, top elbow, to touch top foot. And back down. And down. Push your head into your hands a little bit more. Push your feet down a little bit more. Remember, in order to go up, something's got to go down. Pushing down. 1 more. And rest. Other side. Get there however you get there. Up and down. 5. 4 more. 3. Last 2. 1 more. And rest. Back to hands and knees. This time, instead of fingertips facing forward, fingertips face outwards. 10 more kitty cat push-ups from whichever way feels the best for you. Where's that bowl of water? What choices will you make? I'm not even going to cue you. You are going to embody this. What is your neck doing? What are your collarbones doing? What is your shoulder blade doing? What's the quality of motion you're moving within? 10. Go for it. Give it a rest. Regulate. Nervous system warm-ups. Exercise is stress. Knowing how to calm it is important. From there, looking forward, letting your nose stay still, letting all the bones in your body stay still. Let your eyes begin to move around the room. How far up? How far to the right? Down? To the left and all around can you look before your bones wants to move? Remember, we're working upper body. We're understanding it. That's your eye muscles too. Then change your mind. Keep your eyes softly focused in front of you. And now your nose gets to look around the room. Soften the gaze, but keep it set on whatever it is you're looking at. Back to center, both hands on your chest. Take a nice deep inhale into your hands and into your heart. Tell yourself, thank you for showing up today. You did a really good job. Take a look around your space, things you looked at, things you listened to, things you pushed against and rested on. Tell your space, thank you. Your practice would have been very different in a different space, so try a different space next time. Then take a look at anyone you see on screen, anyone in the room with you. Thank your community. We thank you for being a part of ours and inviting us into yours. And we'll see you for the rest of the week in 1 more month. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. Bye. Oh, you are welcome, Kim. Appreciate it. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll see you real soon. Thanks, Raymond. Appreciate you as always. Bye, everyone.